In Gone Too Soon news, submitted by Tony Ho, YouTuber Desmond Etika Amofah was found of apparent suicide.
You guys heard about this one?
Yeah.
Desmond, he was a gamer, and for these last maybe about a year already, he has been experiencing or like showcasing a lot of suicidal thoughts. He has been pretty much trying to. He uploaded porn at one point to his channel to get his channel taken down.
So a lot of self-sabotage?
A lot of self-sabotage. So he even like photoshopped himself with a gun and posted it to Twitter, and that prompted people to call the cops to make sure to check up on his well-being. And there was this like standoff with cops at one point, and he was live streaming it. He was taken to the hospital. So a lot of things have been happening in this guy's life recently. He's 29 he was 29 by the way. And so recently it's been reported that he was found in the river in New York, and they have concluded that it was drowning by suicide. So
oh damn,
suicide by drowning.
And he's also had a lot of, I mean, those are all signs of cries for help.
Exactly.
Just didn't know how to reach out the right way.
Yeah.
So this is what he looked like.
Damn, dude, that sucks.
So he posted an 8-minute goodbye video, and in that video he was apologizing to everyone in his life, saying, you know, I'm sorry I pushed you so far away, and I didn't realize I needed help. I didn't realize I was suicidal, but he was pretty much saying goodbye. So it was a really
Crazy about the videos that in the video it seemed like there was literally nobody around him, like in the city. It was just him.
Yeah.
It seemed weird, you know what I mean? It was just like, I wish somebody would have just been like bumped into him or something, like just to break that mental state that he's in.
Like a fan, like, hey, what's up, dude? Can I get a picture?
Yeah, bro, like something to
That shit helps me.
bring back to reality. Just a small little,
It helps
hey, what's
you?
up? You know?
In what way?
Oh yeah. Like if I was just like, if Jess was mean to me and I got sad and I'm outside walking down the street and someone's like, oh shit, you joke. And I'm like, fuck you. But you want a picture? I appreciate that. Let's do it. And that snaps me out of the crazy mind.
That shit pisses me off even more. There's been times where like me and her are like, we just got into a fight, or we're in the middle of a fight, like outside of like Charlie's Trio in Alhambra. Shout out to good fettuccine Alfredo.
That's so specific.
Charlie's Trio in Alhambra eating fettuccine Alfredo, and then we're like in the middle of a fight, and you can clearly tell because you got fingers pointing and whatever. You're like, oh, excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, but can we get a picture? And that pisses me off. I still take the picture.
Yeah.
But that pisses me off more.
Are you in the picture like,
Yes. He's like this.
So I'm like, there's context clues.
I know, like when we
Can't you see me walking mad?
Be like, yo, yeah.
Yeah, when we were in Japan, and I had just found out that Brown died, Joe's dog.
Yeah.
And I was like bawling my eyes out because I really love that dog too. And so we were at some store, and then a fan comes up to us and they're like, oh, could we get a picture? I think David was the one that was like, hey man, right now's not a good time. Like they're crying. Like not right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes it can be helpful. Like in this case, hopefully that would have been helpful, but it didn't happen.
well, we don't know what Etika's stance on pictures was too. He could have been given this video and then someone was like, can I get a picture? He's like, I don't need a picture, sorry.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
That's true. Everyone has different reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in his video, he was also mentioning how he hopes that his story will change YouTube and like social media, because he doesn't get really specific on it, but it seems as though his life on social media really took him to this point.
I wish I knew the specifics because we've already seen so many people come out on social media, like even like Jesse and his girl Prank versus Prank, where they came out and they're like, hey, we've been living a lie for years. I feel depressed, she feels depressed. We've actually been broken up for the past 2 years. We still make these videos for you guys. And I think there's this certain level of facade because the channel is built a certain way and it has its branding, but the relationship or whatever type of lifestyle that you have is built into the branding, so you're scared of shattering that.
Yeah.
So there's this kind of like mental jail that you're in, and then you're pushed to its limits, and then finally when you don't know what to do, like you just have to let everything out. And I think for him, I don't know what his specifics are, but he couldn't just like, I guess, stop YouTube. Like he felt like he had to take his own life.
Dude, it's crazy when you get to
That's
that.
so true.
When you get to that point, you're in such a tailspin where you can't even see outside of your own shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, it's over. It's over. I fucked it up to the point where I can't reach out to anyone because everyone hates me so much, and I deserve this pain.
Yeah, because then the voice in your head is going, already telling you, you suck, you're worthless. nobody loves you, and then you go online and then they're telling you the exact same thing, which validates what you've been telling yourself. So like you said, you're just like, you're already in a fucking dark place, and that dark place just kind of closes up on you, and you're like, fuck, how do I even begin to get out of this hole?
Yeah. You remember when Shia LaBeouf had his like he had a breakdown, and he was like on the red carpet with like a bag on his head saying like I'm not famous anymore, or I'm not a celebrity anymore.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, he had a whole breakdown because of a short form he did, which he's way better now. I'm a fan of him, so I don't want to like put this back on, like remind people, but it's just I'm glad that he like got through it, because he ended up, you know, he made an art piece of himself. Like he sat in a room, and you can like walk into the museum, and he's sitting there, and you can say whatever you want to him. Like for like 5 minutes, you can like lash out on him. You can do whatever you want, and that was like his self. You know, what
healing? Like that was like a healing?
No, he was like paying his dues or whatever.
Right, exactly.
Price for what he did for he plagiarized somebody's movie. Or somebody's book into his movie.
Yeah, it was like a short film. It was in the Sundance Film Festival, and like
he just ripped some guy's graphic novel.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay.
And basically, in his defense, it was like he was trying to creatively do an art piece and convey his thing, but I think he put like written by Shia.
Oh sure, yeah. He basically took credit for all of it, and he lifted some guy's thing. But then he was in a tailspin, and he did a bunch of, I thought, pretty funny shit, like where he's like sitting in a museum and like having people say whatever they want to him, and then he would sit there and cry and stuff. It was really interesting. And then he did this thing too, where he watched all of his movies in 24 hours or something. I mean, he invited everyone to come. Like I like his whole angle with that.
Right, that's what I'm saying, because I feel like there was still a way of him being back grounded and like
coping with it.
Yeah, and actually like he got out of the Hollywood scene and like started he went to a regular dojo and was just like training and just like with people in the gym that didn't recognize him, so he felt more human. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I feel like with social media, there should be a balance of like, whether it's your family or your very best friend from school or somebody that is not connected with social media like that. Maybe they have a Facebook, but they're not really into that world, so that you can remind yourself, you know what I mean? Like, get out of that world.
I know someone very close to me who went through this, where they were suicidal and they were gonna go do it.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then
and they're heavy in social media.
Yeah, and then their family member called them randomly, just out of the blue, and it saved their life. It was like she was driving to a bridge.
Have any of you guys felt like you've been trapped by your own social media?
I think so. Yeah, to a certain extent, I feel it, because like, you know, especially with the branding that Casey and I have on our channel, it's always really like positive and family friendly, and we didn't do that intentionally. It just kind of went there. And then like, you know, we obviously, like any other normal couple, normal family, we go through our own set of problems too, but then it just gets hard to like to be open and real about it when and especially in the middle of it, like in the middle of the filth, like it's hard to be like, hey, you know, by the way, we're going through this shit right now, like, you know.
Did you guys ever want to vlog your fights and get really cool B-roll?
That might be big views, actually.
But
people love drama.
Like if you get B-roll of you throwing a vase or something.
I don't throw things.
Okay. Or if Casey like punching a wall, you get really good B-roll and a really like cinematic fight.
If you did, you got to be like, hold on, honey, can you do that again? Because we didn't record it.
Yeah.
See, that's even more toxic. Like that's why I guess like for the ugly part of it, for me personally, it's healthier for me to deal with it aside from the spotlight. Like, you know, like I don't need to put my shit out on the spotlight when I'm in the shit, you know? I can talk about it later, like once I'm out of it, but...
Do you think it would have been more healthy if you were able to express it immediately instead of holding it and bottling it in?
I think that's why I have you guys in my life. Like, you guys were definitely the ones that I turned to when things were really rough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was my outlet. Like, you know, if someone, all they have is social media and like...
It's not real social support.
There is no social support.
It's fakes.
That's why for me, like I wouldn't have turned to that immediately as like a healing process.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really hard to still keep up the... I don't want to say like the front, like I don't know, like, you know, still keep up with
the branding.
You gotta do 19 videos on Japan. I get it.
I mean, like it's like
can't be arguing.
Day 35.
People see through it though. Like our recent travel vlog, like if you guys watch our recent travel vlog,
You're trying to plug your own channel right
check
now?
it out, Tiff and Case. You can.
Try to see if you can see through it, guys.
I think you can.
It's like, it's a bunch of bullshit. See if you can see those little moments.
But click on the ads and watch the whole thing. See if you can see through it.
But no, for real. Like for real. Like maybe because I lived through it, I can easily see. But even Casey tells me like when he's editing the vlogs, like it's really hard for him to hide the shit because we were just in such a bad place then, and you know it's hard to like keep up the persona.
I feel like I'm living a lie too, girl.
Yeah.
Because Jess is much more meaner on camera than she is in person.
Because she's hurt.
She's actually not mean at all.
I know Jess. She's kind of the same.
She's not even me.
She's not. And then the
She's
roasting
just
and the
freaking
play-
sad
all
at
that
your
shit-
ass.
That shit's playing, huh?
She's just hurt and she can't hide it, and so that's why like because I relate to her a lot. So, you know, I was really hurt as well, and it's hard to be happy, especially when there's a camera and like your significant other that hurt you is being like everything's cool when you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
yeah.
You know, like it's not cool.
Yeah.
Like, I wish we could both vent and just like empathize together instead of one person having these feelings and one person seeming like they're okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when I talk shit about her, I'm heightening it. I'm not even being honest.
To kind of flip it a bit, I do kind of see the perks of social media as well. Because then there's times where, you know, I've seen people be in a bad place, or even myself, if I'm just having a bad day, it just takes that really cool comment of a fan going, dude, you know what? Like, this is tight. I respect what you do. I look up to you.
That's very
or,
true.
This is motivating. And then it'll snap me out of whatever mood I'm in, and I'm like, yeah, what the fuck am I tripping on? Like, like that's kind of tight. Like this person like has my back.
You should watch our vlogs and see if you can see the happiness and the sadness.
I like that. I like the idea that somebody out there is like, you know what? I really want to make Gio's day today, and they go on their computer and then they're like, hey, I just wanted to say, like, you have really cool boobs.
I can show. I don't get any boob comments.
I did it. Wow.
I don't get any boob comments. That's dope. I do a good job of hiding my boobs and not making it the focal point. But no, people don't say that. It always starts off like this, and I think it's fucking cute. But every single DM that I've gotten, it's always like, I know you're not gonna read this, but, and then it's like it follows a really cool message. And I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking.
You should respond back. Quit being such a low self-esteem loser.
They read them, guys, so it's okay.
Yeah, we do read them. And then Gio, you're totally right, because as soon as I'll come across a comment or a DM that's like so uplifting, I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Like, you think I didn't read it?
On the flip though, like that in a relationship, that could be so annoying when y'all just get in an argument and then your girl would like go like in the bathroom and take a shower selfie, like feeling good, take like a little smile, like about to get back to
Fucking lying ass bitch.
yeah, about to get in the bathtub, and you just got done, like, oh, that's how you feel? That's how you feel it, you know what I mean?
You just go get candle and pour wax on yourself and take a fucking picture. Oh, feeling pretty good too.
It ends up turning to like a happiness war. Like right when you're done with the argument, and then it's just like, all right, I'm about to go on set right now, and like you know set life, or you know what I mean? And then,
That's so funny. You guys are just fucking attacking each.
Who's more happy?
yeah, and then the followers are just like, damn, this couple's lit right now. Like I want to be like them. Like
If
They're
Nikki,
so happy.
dude, if Nikki ever left me, I would be at Disney World every single day.
that's what I'm saying.
Season pass or whatever.
You hate Disney.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I would love it now.
I would love it then.
That would piss her off even more. That she knows
true.
that he hates it.
She's like, oh, he hates this shit.
Start dressing hella nice.
Yeah, I dress in suits every day.
Drinking water every day.
Oh shit, be a better person overall.
I would post. I'd be like, I found out that Monster Energy drink has a bunch of carcinogens. It's really
Oh my god, that would be so good.
fucking swish.
It just clicked for some reason today. I had an epiphany, and then you come up with all your monsters.
All of it. I'd be like, Diet Coke is so terrible for you. I'd be like, here's
Like
the,
you came up with the ideas.
exact. I'd be like, here's what.
No, don't eat meat anymore.
Somebody put an apple in a bathtub and filled it with Diet Coke. Look what happened to the poor apple. I'd start posting all that shit.
See, it can get like, you know, crazy. You know what I mean?